I would just like to say, it's supposed to be sunny today. Where is the sun? Oh, actually the sun kind of came out while I said that. Now, today we are actually making a top that I've made before. It's that filet crochet top I made earlier this summer. The pattern for it should be out by the time this video is out. Now, y'all know I like to always do new projects. I don't normally repeat projects, but that was a video of like me freehanding that top for the first time, and it was a bit chaotic. I literally changed the top I was making halfway through. I wanted to make another video, because I would like to keep track of how long a filet crochet top actually takes. And I've had this idea for a while, but normally I don't try to time projects because I work on them like so piecemeal, like just on the subway or like when I'm with friends. But this is a top because I'm following the grid. I really have to like be locked in. So I really only work on it when I'm like fully focused in longer time chunks. So I feel like I'll actually be able to time it. And also I wanted to have a video to go with the pattern. It's not going to be like a tutorial or anything, but I think in terms of like having it be made to measure and talking about all the different options of like lacing it up or buttoning it up. These are all things that I explain in the written pattern, but I feel like it's nice to have sort of like a visual counterpart. And I'm gonna be making the top this time in white. Last time I used a dark green. The thing about using white is I'm not gonna be able to have a lining for it. Last time I wore like a cream tube top under, and it does help you see like the filet crochet grid a little bit more clearly, but I just really love the look of filet crochet in white. It's like very like lace Victorian-ish, and you might not be able to see the pattern as well, but I feel like it'll be really pretty and something that'll just be easier for me to like style and pair with different things. I kind of cheated and already started just because I can't count for shit. So getting this beginning like row always takes me a million attempts. The way we build the top is we start from here and like work down. You basically want it to be like this upper armpit measurement minus a little bit because we're gonna add to the back for whatever closure you're doing. And then from here, I'm just gonna start following my grid. It's like this, I don't know what flower that is. I don't know flowers like that. Hibiscus. I'm about to head out and take some photos with Emily. We tried to take photos of her outfit yesterday, but it started raining. So we're gonna try again today. I'm running late as usual, if you can't tell from the fact that my hair is literally still wet. I think I'm gonna put it up because it's still pretty hot outside. I'm waiting for someone on Instagram to call out the fact that this is the only shoe I've been wearing. I wear it with like every single outfit. And then I always get questions about where this bag is from. I got it from this brand called Chow Fifth in Vietnam. I think you can order online from them. It's just a little bit more expensive than if you buy it in person. Very simple outfit. The outfit today is kind of the body. If we're being so honest with ourselves. No trash cans in New York City. Healthy queen. Needs cheese. Alrighty, y'all, not gonna lie, this has not gotten off to a smooth start given I somehow lost my crochet hook just out on the streets yesterday. Thankfully, I had another 2mm hook at home. And then I started the top last night, but I did the first row wrong, so then everything I did was wrong. And so basically I restarted the top today. And I've crocheted for, I think the timer said like an hour and 50, like almost 2 hours. This is what we have so far. So you can see that flower design starting to form. And this is probably like somewhere between 1/3 and 1/2 of the length we need. It's going faster than I expected, but I do think that's partially because the panel is really not that wide. When you're doing the buttons down the back, you obviously like need the two ends of the top to meet in the back. but I'm doing the lace up this time. How do I explain this? You want to make sure your panel is not wider than the narrowest part of your body, because like my waist is the smallest part, right? And if these two ends are too close in the back, then when you try and tighten it, you're gonna run out of like space to really snatch it. And I know a lot of people have like pet peeves about crochet tops always having a lace up in the back. I will say if you're like curvier or you have a larger cup size, I would really recommend the lace up version, because the thing about the button closure is, if you see the original green version, I like added width around my bust and then I decreased the width a little bit around my waist, but I'm more or less built like a fridge up top, so you can kind of just fit a rectangle around my body. But if you have like triple Ds, it's gonna be hard to add a lot of volume for the chest. Another thing I wanted to mention is gauge. I made the gauge too tight the first time because I didn't do the gauge swatch. I've never done a gauge swatch in my life and I probably never will. But what you want to keep in mind is, like, for filet crochet, you get the design via the contrast between the empty squares and the full squares. So if you crochet too tight, the squares are going to be too small and it's going to be hard to see that contrast. On the flip side, if you crochet too loose, your full squares aren't going to look that full. You can see this is kind of like a in between. I realized I should have explained this in the beginning. Like, the way filet crochet works is you have like a grid of empty squares and full squares. What you're doing is like a chain one double crochet. That's like what makes the empty square. But for the full squares, you are basically double crocheting into that chain space so that the square is solid. Does that make sense? I don't know. People are always like, I need a tutorial on how to filet crochet, but I feel like that's the whole explanation. Is that just me? Whatever. Also, not relevant, but I have been so obsessed with this top. I got it from Cezanne. I mentioned a lot of like their sweaters in the winter. Honestly, their spring summer pieces are usually a little bit less my style, but this was the inspo for that green mohair halter that I knit. Like, you can see it has this embellishment. It's like a knit fabric that does kind of suck you in the right places, but it's not super tight. And I just feel like it's such a nice basic. It's still really breathable. I wore it today and it's like freaking 90 degrees outside. I actually paired it with this skirt that I thrifted and like a cool belt and heels. I'll insert a photo. I got so many compliments on that outfit, but today I'm just wearing it with these jorts. Tonight, we are hosting The Summer I Turned Pretty watch party. I feel you can tell from my videos that I watch a lot of TV and a lot of content, and there's a lot of shows that I fixate on, but I am very fixated on this show. I read the books. They're by the same author as the one who wrote To All the Boys I Loved Before. I read those books on my phone in PDF format on my grad trip in 2019. Like, I'm an OG fan of this series, even though these books are literally meant for like tweens and I was 22 years old. The last season premiered today. It actually came out at 3 a.m. Eastern time, but I did not watch it because I'm going to watch it with my friends tonight. The first 2 episodes came out, and we're also going to make pomegranate margs because that's a drink that they have in the first season, except none of us are very good mixologists, so stay tuned for how successful that is. I'm going to try to crochet a little bit while we watch, but honestly, I kind of want to be like fully focused on the show. I think I'm going to try and put in a few more hours tomorrow morning, maybe after I come back from the gym, if I go to the gym. This summer I turned pretty! Bartender at work.
Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Okay.
Pomegranate Marg. Yeah. Team Jeremiah or Team Conrad?
Team Conrad all the way. No. Conrad, yeah.
Team Conrad, duh.
Team Conrad, duh.
Team Summer.
He's a nibbler.
In like a playful way?
Yeah, he's not trying to be mean,
Yeah.
but it's not appreciated still.
Oh my god, they look like bartenders.
That's what I was going for. This is our bar. We're really getting even with stuff. Hottest bar in New York right here. It's happening.
I had something to look forward to in the fall. I got a call from a colleague at Stanford.
Let's fucking go.
And I've ordered.
I knew it.
That's so fucked up.
Episode 2 though?
That is so fucked up. Oh
No.
my god.
The show is low-key trash.
Shut up! running so freaking late, as always. By the way, this bag, which y'all saw me in a previous video, I just like bought it from these random vintage sellers on the street. One of the best purchases ever. It literally holds so much. It's so cute. It goes with everything. I've been wearing this like literally every freaking day. All right, the top. I have now crocheted for another like hour and a half, I want to say. Oh God. This is where we're at. This top, by the way, I also thrifted at a random market that I found. You know I love the Y2K vibes. I really only need like a few more rows because I also like to do some like a kind of border on the bottom. And I actually think I made the green one a little bit too long. Like I can only wear it with extremely low-waisted things. And I like there to be like a little bit of something showing in the middle. So once I finish like the grid, like I said, I'm gonna go in and do like a border on the bottom. And then I also have to add width to these sides. All I do is just like double crochet, like one double crochet into, you know, the stitch, and then one double crochet into the empty space between the stitch. I just do that along the sides. And I'm probably also going to make like specific holes to put the cord through for the lace up. I feel like that makes makes it look cleaner than if you just like thread the cord through like random gaps, you know? I'm about to head out to meet up with Meg after work, and we're just gonna hang about in Williamsburg. There's an Innisfree like little rooftop event that we're gonna go to. I don't know, y'all need to tell me what you think of this whole like hair slick back situation. I normally don't think that slick backs suit me that much, but I've recently discovered these like little slick back stick things. These are my two favorite ones. It's the Tresemme styling stick and the Briogeo Style and Treat Yuzu Plum Oil Sleek Stick. This one, the Tresemme one, it's like a little bit firmer, so it kind of goes on like in thinner layers. I like this for like a more kind of like flexible hold. And then the Briogeo one is like a thicker formula. Like you definitely will use it up faster, and it's like a little bit more like soft, so a lot of product goes on. But I do like this for like the really tough spots. But with these, I can do a slick back in literally like 5 minutes. Like it's so fast. So I've been kind of enjoying doing this just to switch up my hair a little bit more, because I think with the perm, I've really been wearing my hair like only one way, like all the way down or like in a claw clip. And I'm trying to like mix it up a little bit. So I have this little like spiky rooster situation. I'm throwing on just like black cowboy boots. These ones from Steve Madden, I'll link them down below. These are the most comfortable boots I have ever worn in my life. Like they dead ass are more comfortable to me than sneakers. I've worn them like to a festival for like literally 6-7 miles and my feet feel amazing. They just have like really good like padding on the inside. And then these micro shorts are from Urban. I'm thinking about adding elastic into this bottom hem because I have just not been able to find micro shorts where my ass cheeks aren't literally falling out. I'm not like trying to flex that I have like a really fat ass or anything, but it's just, I want them to be contained, and nothing seems to be working. I've tried a lot of pairs. If you have recommendations, please let me know. I just want a low-rise micro short where the cheeks are not out. Simple ask. Oh, and I almost forgot the most important part of the outfit. Look at these glasses. I got them from TikTok shop. I know they're like very much Gentle Monster dupe, and it's not even because I'm cheap. Well, I am, but it's actually because the Gentle Monster ones, I think it's the Gleam style. I've been on the fence about them forever, but they're just a little bit too narrow for my face. And I feel like these ones like just suit my face shape a lot better. And like, look how cute the whole outfit is. Okay, I'm running super late. We gotta go. We gotta go. Sexy twin. I'm shy, you guys. I'm so shy. Guess who just got their pics done in like 15 minutes?
Us, bitch.
We ate that shit.
And then wash it.
Whoa, the star is the star.
The star is truly the star. This one is not gonna be as cute.
Why? Oh, maybe I should have done this part instead. Well, it's too late.
Oh, I think I've pulled the flower. Wait, that looks awesome.
Whoa.
I feel like you wouldn't like it, Sarah. For any
Oh, wait, the necklace came out good.
Yeah, that's it.
Show us your new bag. From his favorite girly.
You.
Hi guys, as you can see the sun is about to set. I had a very fun day yesterday, so I had to spend most of today editing. I'm like brain fog right now because I feel like when I edit, I'm like so locked in. But we did Cyanotype in the park and it was so fun. It was my first time doing it. Basically, you like treat the paper with this liquid and then you like put objects on top and then like the sun shines on it. And so you can like get the shape of the objects that were blocking the sun. And look, I put my like name necklace and it came out so crisp. This flower kind of just came out as a blob. And I thought it would be fun to do one with my filet crochet as well. It just creates like a really cool texture. I feel like maybe if I tried again next time, I might be able to get it a little bit more crisp. Oh, speaking of, I should have mentioned this way earlier, but to make the contrast between the full squares and the empty squares a little bit more clear, you can use a linked double crochet. It's like a variation on the normal double crochet, and it basically creates like less space between the double crochet stitches. So if you use a linked double crochet, the full squares will be like a lot more full, if that makes sense. The only reason I didn't do it this time is because I'm lazy. So we finally have this piece done. Honestly, this would be such a pretty tapestry. I like never look at this flat. And then you can see on these edges, I just created a little like 2 chain, skip 2 stitches hole, and these are going to be the holes for our cord. I need to think about what kind of I-cord I want to do, because like my normal I-cord method makes like a pretty thin cord, because I wouldn't recommend using like a chain. I just feel like that's like really thin and it's hard to tighten and it kind of like digs into your skin. From there, we're going to start building out the like kind of clavicle portion. To do that, you're going to want to like wrap the top around. Like once I have the cord, you're going to like lace it up. And then basically you want to locate where you want your kind of like shoulder seam to be. In the pattern, like I have some math to figure out where it is, but honestly I think the best way to figure it out is to just try it on and mark it, because people's bodies are very different. Like I have really wide set shoulders, so I basically put mine like in my armpit, whereas like some people, if your shoulders are more narrow, you might want to bring it in a little bit. And then we're going to build out these 2 little like curved pieces, right? Oh, I didn't even tell you how long it's been. The timer is reading a little over 4 hours, and that's including the like 2.5 hours I spent finishing the grid. Basically, it's 4 hours plus the 2 hours I did for the first half of the filet grid, so it's been like 6 hours. I can't lie, I sometimes forget to start the timer, so it might be a little bit closer to 6.5 hours. But honestly, like, doing pretty well with time. We can definitely get the whole thing done, I think, in like under 8 hours. It will be faster because I don't have to sew on the buttons. That part did take me a long time for the green version. right, y'all, I have a number of updates on this top. What ended up happening was I realized like I added a little bit too much width to the back. And for the record, you're probably like, why are you undoing and redoing things if it's literally your pattern? This video is being uploaded months delayed. I'm actually making this top as I write the pattern, so that's why I'm still kind of trial and erroring things. But for the lace-up back, you can have it like narrower like I had it. But I think once I tried it on, I realized I like the look of like the lace-up detail being more wide. Like I feel like if the lace-up covers your entire back, it almost looks more intentional. And for the cord, I actually ordered some cream ribbon that's supposed to get here today, but I don't think I'm gonna use it. I just feel like ribbon on tops to me still kind of gives like gift wrapping. I use my favorite I-cord method. It's really, really fast. I linked it in the pattern and I did it with like a double strand. It is a little bit too long, the cord, as you can see. I'm gonna have to trim it a tiny bit just because I don't like when the bow at the bottom is like super, super long. This upper portion, I'm almost done building out on one side. So once I make the other side, these two are gonna connect right here. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do for the closure yet. I did like a little pearl button on the green one, but what you could do is like add cords and have it tie into a little bow up top. I think that would be really cute. And then this piece like decreases and turns into the strap at the back. Now for the back of the top on the original green one, I actually have this like semicircle cutout going on in the back as well. It kind of mirrors it. I ended up deciding to get rid of that for the pattern. A, because it makes it like way more complicated. I don't think it's like worth the trouble. And B, like it creates another closure. And I just feel like having a button here, then like a button or a tie up top, and then having like the lace up or all the buttons down the back. It just like the top gets more and more elaborate to put on and take off. By the way, it's kind of peeking out here. I'm wearing like these silicone boob thingies. That's what I choose to wear under like a top like this, so that doesn't have any lining, just to, you know, not have my nipple be poking out of a stray hole. Oh, I didn't tell you how long. This little piece took me like around an hour. I didn't add any extra time for me like redoing the back because that's just me being dumb. Technically it means that actually it's less time because I didn't have to add all those extra rows that I ended up taking off. But so yeah, with this we're at like 7.5 hours, something like that. This time tabulation is getting more and more approximate. But yeah, I think the top will, I mean, I have to sew in the button as well, but we'll definitely be able to finish it in like under 9 hours, which I think is not bad. I don't know, I get so many comments that are like, I'm so intimidated to try filet crochet. To me, like 9 hours for a top is really not bad. I mean, I know like people crochet at different speeds, but because you're making these empty squares, like the surface area goes a lot faster. Like making these solid bits low-key takes a lot longer. So I don't know, I just like encourage people to try it. Now, the reason I have like a freaking smoky eye going, by the way, I never wear eyeshadow because I don't know how to do eyeshadow and I don't know that this even looks good. But I have a bunch of events tonight and I did my makeup in the morning. So I was like, why do I have a smoky eye on at like 9 a.m. One of the events is for Silver Jeans. They're one of my favorite denim brands. I only have long pants from Silver Jeans and it is genuinely too hot to wear that. So I think I might wear like a cute little like Western-ish outfit and then wear like my Silver Jeans denim jacket. Okay, I just threw on this top that I thrifted for literally like €2 when I was in Alicante in Spain. I like that it's like your typical kind of boho peasant blouse, but it's black, so it just feels a little bit more me. And then I have on just micro shorts. It looks kind of dumb right now, but I'm thinking of like adding some sort of statement belt. I wish I had like a really big black kind of like Western style belt, which I'm pretty sure I actually do, but it is like disappeared from my closet. Like I haven't seen it. I don't know. I don't love this. The other problem is like the top is just a little bit too long where you're not really seeing the belt. This is where we've landed. I have this like brown belt with some silver detailing. I kind of tucked the shirt so you can at least see it. And then this necklace I stole from Marissa's Unwanted Jewelry, and it has like bronze, gold, and silver. So I feel like it's really good for just like tying together a bunch of different colors. Probably gonna go for this bag, goes with the color scheme, and these kind of like silver studded boots from Nasty Gal. I don't know how much I'm gonna be wearing the jacket tonight. Definitely not outside because I would like die from heat exhaustion, but I get really cold in air conditioned places, so this will be nice. I got this jacket in a size large. I love the kind of like oversized, relaxed vibes, and honestly, I mean, I really look like I'm going to a festival, but all things considered, it's a cute outfit. I am gonna bring my crocheting with me, but I don't know how much I'm gonna get done because we got a lot of stops to make tonight. It'll definitely be done by tomorrow though. Alrighty, y'all. The tube top that I wear under this original filet crochet top finally is clean because I finally did my freaking laundry. So I thought I would try it on for you guys. This is the OG. It's pretty similar to the written pattern one. Like I was saying before, the main difference is just not having the same like cutout kind of semicircle shape in the upper part of the back. Our white one is finally done. Doing the last like shoulder part, sewing on the button, took 1 hour and 9 minutes. So I'm gonna say all in, the top took me like 9.5 hours, which if you like also crochet, you know, is not that bad. It's hard for me to compare because I really don't do a lot of like very normal crochet projects. Mine are all like so unnecessarily involved. But to me, like a sub 10-hour project is like light work. Like theoretically, you could finish that in a day. I will say like if you are making it for my pattern, it's probably going to take you longer because you have to like decipher what's going on. I'm just trying to tell y'all it's not as intimidating as you think. And I got this comment on like my last filet crochet video where I'm making this top, where it's like, why do you think you can do something for the first time and then write a pattern for it and like ask people to pay money for it? And I was so confused because I was like, filet crochet is literally just double crochets and chains. Like it's not hard. I'm so glad I can finally take the timer off this thing because like when you have the timer on, it shows up on your like homepage, and everyone who looks at my phone is like, why do you have like a 2-hour timer going? Okay, wait, let me actually try on this top for y'all. I need to go put on my sticky boob things. Okay, I left the tube top on because I just want to show you the process of like putting on the top. This top button does button, but honestly, I will just pull the whole thing over my head because I don't really like unbuttoning this if I don't have to. And then I mentioned earlier, I don't like the string or like the bow at the bottom to be really long. So, because if you make the string really long, you could just like leave it laced up and not have to relace it when you put it on. But I prefer to have it shorter, so you will have to like relace the bottom few, which I think is pretty easy to do with the mirror. Okay, tube top is now off. One last thing I want to mention. You can see in the back, I actually have created holes with the lace up almost all the way down to the bottom of the top. But I usually end up not using that bottom hole because basically if you try and lace up all the way to the very bottom, it gets like pretty far down your back and you're a lot more prone to getting like weird bunching. I like to just kind of like lace it up until that point right there. And the other thing about the lace up is that I feel like normally when you do a lace up on a top, you're like pulling it as tight as possible and like getting, you know, the really snatched fit. I don't actually tighten my lace up that much for this top because it will warp the design. I prefer to just like get it to a point where it like is contouring your body, but like you don't really need more than that. This is why I don't make like duplicate items. I just don't have that much excitement about it because I'm like, okay, like we knew exactly what this was gonna look like. Maybe I'll try and style it. I always wear my green, well, I've been wearing everything with these jorts. It's an issue, but I always wear the green ones with these jorts and like a little rope belt. What's something like cool that I could wear this with to give it like a very different vibe? Okay, I went digging in my closet and I forgot I have this little slip that I thrifted. I like that you can wear it really low-waisted to kind of complement the longer length of this top. And it definitely gives the outfit more of like a feminine, kind of like dressy, I don't know, Victorian vibe. I'm just thinking about what I would normally pair with like lace and imagine it with like some cute little like white kitten heels or like my little Cezanne ballet flats. I also forgot to mention, I did not block this top. I don't find that it's like really that important. The only part that I do normally block is I will block like this upper part, just because the tension can get a little bit weird when you're making the curve. And I get questions about how I block things. I like barely block things. I literally soak it in water. I squeeze out the water. I just kind of like tug on it a little bit. And then I like lay it on a towel and I hang it until it dries. So I just will like wet this part and just like stretch it out to get it to like nigh, I was gonna say nigh lice and flight. What? Lie nice and flat. Oh my God, I clearly do not have enough brain cells to be filming right now. I wish I had like a cute little like, I don't know, lacy dainty belt to go with this. That would like really complete the outfit. Maybe like a gold belt with like pearls. Are y'all seeing the vision? I hope this was like helpful if you're following along with the pattern, or I hope it convinced you to try filet crochet or try the pattern if it was intimidating you before. And I hope it makes you feel better about the fact that you can speak in coherent sentences, because apparently I cannot. And thank you so much to my pattern testers, by the way. If you click into the product link for the pattern, you will see there's so many sizes, colors, styles. It's like honestly my favorite part of like writing a pattern is like seeing what my testers come up with, because so many of them make things where I'm like, that's cuter than what I made, and now I'm mad that I didn't think to do that. And as always, thank you so much if you do purchase any of my patterns ever, because it is a large part of my income now that I do not have a corporate job and I am paying for bajillion $1,000 for health insurance in case I get hit by a car. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye guys.
You left the kitchen light on and it's 2 to go to there. It's better